Are you tired of the constant chatter in your classroom? Is the noise level just too much and nothing you do seems to help? Yeah, I've been in your shoes too. Hi, I'm Amy Murray from Teaching Exceptional Kinders, and I'm so glad you're here to learn about our Quest for a Quieter Classroom 5-day challenge to stop the chatter. Yes, in 5 days with a free resource to try to get that chatter under control. It can be done. All right, before we get too far into things, please like and subscribe down below so you don't miss our next video. And while you're down there, you'll find any links to anything I chat about today. So everything will be housed down there. All right, so I am filming this video. You can see my little jack-o'-lantern back there. It is October. The Halloween season is upon us, and this is one of those times of year where it feels like the honeymoon period has started to wear off. Behaviors are coming out of control at times, right? And the chatter just never stops. The kids are suddenly friends. They want to talk about everything, and it's hard to get it under control. And there are certain classes where it feels like no matter what you do, it doesn't stop. This is one of those times of year. There's a couple other times of year that this, I think, becomes a problem. I mean, some classes are naturally chatty, but there are other times of year where classroom management almost needs like a reset to get kids back on track. Christmas, December is another time where, the excitement of the holidays is coming and they just don't know what to do themselves. And then sometimes it's nice to do a little reset right when you return from that holiday break in the new year, because it's almost as though they forget all of your routines while they're gone for a few weeks. And then the other time is, of course, spring fever. That warm air hits like late March, sometime in April, and all of a sudden they think it's like summer and they check out. So there are helpful times throughout the year where you can do like a little classroom management reset. And during these time periods when new behaviors are coming or the noise levels are out of control or just simple things like that, when you're not sure what else to do, even if you don't typically use a whole class reward system, these times, even just for 5 days, like just a short period of time with a common goal, can help get you through. And then you might not need to continue it, or you might, depending on your class. But a little reset is super helpful when things start to feel out of control. And it's helpful for a couple of reasons. One, you want to get the behaviors under control. And two, when behavior feels out of control or when the talking feels out of control, you probably find yourself focusing on all the things kids are doing wrong and not looking for as many positives for all the things that kids are actually doing right. And that becomes a little bit tricky because then you start this downward spiral of nothing's going right, everything feels out of control, help, what do I do? Whereas you can find a few positives and start snowballing those positives just like the negatives did, but in the opposite direction, it can go a long way to improving everybody's mood. So let's talk a little bit about how to do a little classroom reset, especially in the area of talking. I hear over and over again that talking is the one thing that is driving people most crazy in their classrooms, and I get it, I can relate. So when you have talking as your issue, you want to think overall, do I have kids who are just blurting out answers? So do I need to work on raising my hand? Do I have kids who are just disrespectfully talking whenever they please, having their own conversations whenever they want to? And then we're just working on being quiet, working quietly, right? Or maybe the hallway is the problem and they're talking too much in the hall and you're embarrassed to even leave the classroom. I've been there too. You're not alone. None of these behaviors or talking or any of this is a reflection of you as a teacher. Sometimes it just snowballs and gets out of control. And that's where a reset is here to help. So when you have your goal in mind, you need a specific goal. You're going to sit your class down in a class meeting and, morning meeting, closing meeting, whenever you all sit around and talk. And if you don't do that, you probably should. And you're going to talk about, guys, I've really noticed that our noise level is out of control and kids are just talking when I'm trying to talk, and it's really frustrating. I can't teach. Your friends can't learn because they're busy talking to you or listening to you instead of what they're supposed to be learning about. And so we're going to work together to make sure that we are following this rule and meeting this goal. Our goal is going to be to work quietly. Okay. And it's important that everybody is on the same page with a specific goal. So often we will go in to a whole class system and say, I'm going to catch you guys being good. And every time I catch you being good, you're going to earn something and then we're going to get a reward. Yay. But what does that mean? What does being good look like? If talking is really the problem, we need to focus on working quietly. The other thing that goal setting really helps with is building a community and making every kid feel as though they're an important part of that community. And that lays the groundwork for a lot in your classroom management as well. Students will start to hold each other accountable instead of just you harping on everything. They're going to start to remind each other, hey, we're working towards something over here. We have a goal. I need you to do your part. And that really helps in that area as well. So you have your goal, your specific goal, and then you choose a reward, whatever reward you would like it to be. It doesn't matter. It can be as simple as 5 extra minutes of recess. It can be as extravagant as an ice cream party. It doesn't need to be. That's a little over the top. But you see what I'm saying? You know your students and what they like to work for and what they kind of enjoy. Dance parties were big in my classroom. We would do 10 minutes of extra go noodles and that kind of thing. That was a huge deal. Extra recess, maybe a class game, something fun out of the norm that they want to do. So your reward has to be something they really want, though. It can't be a sticker if none of your kids like stickers. Now, if they love stickers, great. But you see what I'm saying? It needs to be something they want to work for. So you have your goal, you have your reward, and you're probably going to need some sort of way to track this goal so that students students can see their progress and how much further they have to get, and keeps them excited and helps to keep them bought in. And that is where our free resource comes into play, and I can't wait to share this with you. All right, so this is the freebie you will get when you sign up for our absolutely free Quest for a Quieter Classrooms 5-day challenge to stop the chatter. When you sign up down below, this will be delivered to your inbox. You can print and get started as soon as you'd like. So, if you know me by now, you know I'm big on visuals. I think visuals are so important, especially in the kindergarten classroom, but really any elementary classroom. Having visual reminders is important. So you're going to start with your goal board, right? Let's work together to earn our reward. Our goal goes there, and what you're working for goes there. And these are the goals and the rewards that I included. So you have work quietly, quiet in the hallway, raise your hand. Those are 3 pretty general noise level to end the chatter goals. And then we've got a dance party, extra recess, and a class game as possible rewards. So that is not limited. I just wanted to include 3 fun free reward options there, but you can choose your own reward if there's something your class would like better or you'd rather do, but you need to have your reward. Then you're going to need a way to track this goal. You can see behind me that there's the let's work together part and then the goal tracking, which is an adorable cookie sheet. You will find 3 different cookie sheets included in your pack. The first one has a spot with 8, and then there's a spot with 10, and there's a spot with blank, and you can fill in your own goal number. And then there are also cookies included, and that is the tokens that you will use to reward your class with when they meet your quiet goal. So there are Halloween themed because this is to get us on track right now during the Halloween season. But if you'd prefer not to do Halloween, or you're doing this another time of the year, like I mentioned, Christmas is a great time to try this, or right after the holidays, or in the spring, there are just these plain cookies included too that just have, the colorful candies on them. So you could use those anytime. So you do not have to use the Halloween, but that will help with buy-in because it's fun if you're allowed and want to do that. So you've got your cookies, you run the board of your choice and the cookies through a laminator. You can see back there, I did not cut out around the individual cookies. I just cut out the squares to put on. You can choose to cut around them or not. It works either way. And then you post your chart somewhere in the room where everyone can see it, because that's the point. You want kids to constantly be remembering, oh, we're working towards that extra recess. I need to work quietly. And that helps with everybody to fall in line and do what they're supposed to do to earn the reward. And then you will watch for kids being quiet. And when you see a whole class being quiet, a whole group working really quietly, maybe just an individual student at first, because remember, we need to start small and snowball this into big positive things. So you'll say, that the group at the listening center worked really quietly today. I couldn't hear them at all. I'm going to put a cookie up on the chart because they were so quiet. Or class, when we were coming up to the carpet and waiting for Mrs. Murray to get ready to do our read aloud, you were all sitting quietly. Another cookie for that. You see what I'm saying? So the cookies come as frequently or infrequently as you want them to. It's up to you. I would do it as frequently as you can to snowball that, because remember, we're trying to get this under control in 5 days. So the more often you can praise them, the more often they're earning a reward, the better to help keep them bought in. So you've got your materials. If you want to be extra fancy, you could get a real cookie sheet from Dollar Tree. And I also got these little plastic containers at Dollar Tree. They have a little hook. I don't know how well you can see. There you go. That can hook right onto the bulletin board border and hang on there for your cookies, so you can pull them out and put them on if you'd like to do that. Back behind me, don't be noisy now, cookie sheet. I have just used an envelope, and if you turn your envelope flap out and just staple that or push pin that to the door, you can put your cookies right in there and pull the cookies out of there. It doesn't have to be fancy to work. And you probably have an envelope laying around somewhere in your classroom if you're anything like me. Okay, so those are the printables that are included in your free resource. Now let's take a look at the digital options that are included as well. There's just 3 digital boards on PowerPoint, and you can also use them in Google Slides. So here they are. And here is the digital version of the Halloween reward charts. So this is a PowerPoint file. When it is in edit mode, you can move the cookies to earn their rewards. There is the 10 goal, the 8 goal, and then you can create your own goal in this last one to be whatever you would like. If you save this PowerPoint onto your Google Drive and open it up, you can open it in Google Slides as well, so you do not have to have PowerPoint. You just have to upload the PowerPoint to Google Drive, and then you can present it and project it to your students so they can see a larger version. And that sums it up. I am so excited for you to try this for just 5 days. Like I said, a little classroom reset in just 5 days. Give it a try. See how it works. You can keep using it after 5 days. You can set a different goal, or you can ditch it until the next time that the noise gets out of control again. It's totally up to you. You'll find the link to sign up down below, as well as a link to our blog post so you can read more about our Quest for a Quieter Classroom 5-day challenge to stop the chatter. And while you're down there, you'll just put in your email and it will be sent to you. An email will come to me from to you from me, and the email address it's coming from is amy@teachingexceptionalkinders.com. So if you don't see it after a few minutes of after you sign up, search your inbox for that. Be sure to check your spam and your promotions folder, because sometimes it gets hidden in those places. And if you have a school email, sometimes school servers block our emails, which is a major bummer. So maybe a personal email would work better. But if you're having any trouble at all, just shoot me an email and I will be glad to help. I can't wait to see and hear how this is going. Please don't hesitate to reach out, comment down below, let us know how it's going, tag me on Instagram. Here is all my contact information. And good luck. I sincerely hope that after your 5 days of using our cookie sheets, your class is quieter and more in control. All right, until next time. Have an exceptional day.